What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I want to go over why NIO has actually been increasing so much this week. And I'm also going to go over why NIO is in a very good position still in the EV industry and why they do have a very bright future down. And I make videos that show you guys different ways of making money, whether that's in the stock market or through cryptocurrency or whatever else it may be. So if that interests you guys, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss when I upload. Also, if you guys do enjoy these video updates, not only on NIO, but on different growth stocks, and I'm also going to make some more videos on different cryptocurrencies that you guys could be investing in. Make sure you guys go down and leave a like because it lets me know that you guys enjoy these videos. So again, if you guys wouldn't mind going down and hitting the like button, I would really appreciate it. Now, taking a look at NIO's share price today, if you guys have been looking at the charts, you know that they're actually up a decent bit today. And they're actually up almost 5%, and they're climbing up to about $38 a share. And this is coming after NIO actually opened right around $36. And it's actually more exaggerated when we look at the 1 week chart, and we can see that NIO is up over 11%, almost at 11.5% on the weekly chart. So if we actually go back into last week, NIO was actually trading right around $34 or so. And they traded pretty flat up until this Monday, when there was actually some news between NIO and JAC Motors. And we're going to touch on more detail on that in a bit. But you can see just on the weekly chart, NIO has increased quite a substantial amount. And I think this could be one of those driving factors that may start pushing NIO's share price up to those highs that we've seen in the past. So now for the news between JAC Motors and NIO, this actually caused their shares to jump more than 5% on Monday. And then again, early trading on Tuesday was up about 5% again. And now we can see that NIO is up again today as well. But what happened was that NIO actually renewed their manufacturing partnership agreement with the state-owned manufacturer JAC. And it's actually a 3-year agreement which has been extended through May 2024. And this is basically going to allow JAC to continue manufacturing NIO's 3 current SUV models. And I'm not sure if this is 100% confirmed yet, but I believe they're also going to be manufacturing the ET7 luxury sedan when that's actually released to the public. And there's also the potential that they could produce more vehicles down the road. NIO delivered 7,100 vehicles, which ended up being an increase of 125% compared to the prior year period. And just in the first quarter of 2021, NIO increased their deliveries more than 420% versus the first quarter of 2020. And I think this is a good thing despite the global semiconductor shortage that a lot of EV companies have been affected by. And so to see NIO somewhat thriving, I think that instills a lot more confidence among investors who are investing in NIO right now. Because NIO actually saw their biggest run-up last March right when the pandemic started, and that's when NIO really started taking off. So they were able to succeed through a worldwide pandemic, and now they're still doing pretty decent despite all the semiconductor shortages. And while the EV industry has gained a lot of momentum over the past few years, especially with Tesla dominating the industry, NIO is really making a solid case for themselves as a credible long-term competitor. They're also growing at an incredibly rapid rate, and they're really starting to build a big fan base, much like that of Tesla, and a lot of these people who are investing in NIO are very loyal to the company. I'm sure a lot of you guys are very loyal, and you're probably planning on holding your shares more than likely for the next 5, 10, and maybe 20 or 30 years. Because I know a lot of you guys have left comments saying that the earliest you're going to even consider selling is 2025. And I think that's the right mindset to have on a company like NIO, because in the short term, we're going to continue seeing a lot of fluctuations in their share price, just like we've been seeing the past few months. NIO hit a high of around $65 to $66, then they pulled all the way back to about $30, and now they're hovering right around $35 to $40. So I think especially when NIO has these big pullbacks, which we're probably going to continue seeing down the road for a while, at least in my opinion, like I've mentioned before, I think that's a good time to bring down your average share cost, especially if you really do believe in NIO long term, which again, I think it is a very long-term play, because in the short term, all those fluctuations are really going to play on your emotions, and you're not going to be able to invest very wisely if you continue buying in and selling your shares trying to secure profits. I think holding long term is the best option for this kind of a company. But maybe you guys are wondering why you'd want to hold long term instead of securing profits when it shoots up. And the main reason is actually because of the growth that NIO has seen and where they're actually going to be in the future. So for example, NIO actually delivered over 20,000 vehicles in Q1, and this translates to about 422% year-over-year growth. Now partner that with the fact that NIO's EV models actually boast a lot of features even Tesla models don't have. NIO is definitely in the luxury end of vehicles, and they're trying to secure that position of high-end customers who are willing to pay more for their vehicles. So I think that kind of gives NIO a leg up even over Tesla, because while Tesla's vehicles are more moderate in their pricing, I think it's pretty obvious that NIO has to deliver less vehicles because eventually their profit margins are going to be much larger than that of Tesla. Now, as of right now, that's not really the case because Tesla delivers so many more vehicles. But once NIO is able to secure more customers, especially once they start expanding outside of China and getting the word out about their company, that's going to be a really big game changer for NIO. And I think that's really when we're going to start seeing them explode. And the company is really just going to grow as a whole. And not only that, but NIO also has governmental support from the Chinese government. And this is a very big factor for NIO because unlike Tesla, the Chinese government wants NIO to succeed, mostly because they are a Chinese company. And I don't think the Chinese government really wants to promote a company from outside of China. So all these smaller companies, at least these companies that are small as of right now, like NIO, XPeng, and Li Auto, if they're going to continue getting support from the Chinese government and getting all these subsidies, I don't think there's any reason why they couldn't be among the top like Tesla, especially once they start expanding outside of China. I think right now there's just not enough awareness about NIO, and I don't think enough people know about them. Unless people are really into electric vehicles, there's probably not a big chance that people have even heard of this company before. And there's one other big factor that sets NIO apart from even Tesla, and that's their battery swap stations. You can basically drive your vehicle in and swap out your battery for a brand new fully charged battery in a matter of minutes. And this really cuts down on the amount of time that people have to spend at a charging station because you can basically get a fully charged battery in the amount of time it would take to fill your car with gas. So again, that's going to be one of those other things that really gives NIO a leg up even over Tesla, who's dominating the space right now. But I think if NIO can really hone in on these battery swap stations and make them more widespread, especially once they start expanding outside of China and start implementing the swap stations in other countries, I think that's going to be a game changer. And that really is going to get NIO up there, and their business really is going to start booming at that point. So even though NIO has dropped quite a substantial amount in the last few months, and their actual valuation is down to about $56 billion, there's a lot of investors who are still very clear on their view of NIO, and they see them as a legitimate EV competitor. But it's still worth noting that a lot of people do also see NIO as very overvalued, especially considering the fact that they only reported a Q1 revenue of about $280 million. Of course, they do have a lot of upside, like the updated contract between JAC and NIO to continue producing vehicles until 2024. And you can't forget that they're also going to be expanding to Europe by the end of this year in 2021. And then the ET7 is going to be released at some point in early 2022. So there's a lot of big catalysts, I think, that are really going to help push up NIO's share price. And it's really going to help bolster a bigger valuation for NIO. And I also think this is going to help get the word out about NIO. And there's probably going to be a lot more NIO investors by the end of the year. And when you get a lot more investors, especially if those investors start holding long term, there's going to be a lot more demand, which is going to drive up the price of NIO shares. So just keep in mind all these catalysts and all these big things that NIO is planning to do, not only in the near future, but down the road as well. And just think of that when you're buying into NIO stock. Now, I don't receive any compensation or anything for promoting NIO stock. I just want you guys to be investing in good companies that have a bright future. I think NIO and Tesla, if you guys are looking for EV stocks, are probably going to be two of your better options. Of course, Tesla has a lot more fan base, and I would say as of right now, they're quite a bit more successful. But down the road, it could be a toss-up between NIO and Tesla, and that's why I think a lot of people are investing in NIO and holding long term, which I'm sure a lot of you guys are doing. Now, for those of you who made it this far into the video, I want to know what your guys' price prediction is on NIO by the end of 2021. Keep in mind their high was right around $65 to $66, but they also are planning to expand to Europe by the end of the year, and then the ET7 is going to be very anticipated come early 2022. So let me know your guys' price prediction by the end of 2021 for NIO stock. Also, if you guys haven't signed up for Webull, make sure you guys sign up using the link in the description. And when you sign up and deposit $100, you'll actually get 2 free stocks. So that's a pretty good return on your money, and it can be worth anywhere up to $1,800. And if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like because it really does help out the channel. And with that said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you back here in the next one. Bye.